Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're pulling back the curtain on something critical but often kind of invisible in the hospitality world.
Yeah, it's about those hidden costs, the big operational meltdowns that can happen.
Exactly, when you try and cram these huge ambitious menus into kitchens that are just, well, too small.
It's a massive blind spot. You see it with restaurant owners, investors even.
And understanding this gives you some really profound insights into why businesses, succeed or sometimes just fail behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, our insights are really inspired by Chef Arun Chanda of Mint Hospitality Consultancy. He's a real operational wizard.
Okay.
He's got an incredible background, consulted on, I think, over 150 projects across India.
Wow.
Yeah, everything from small boutique hotels right up to those high-energy bars in the big cities.
So he's seen it all, basically.
He really has.
Yeah.
And that breadth of experience, it's allowed him to sort of distill some absolutely crucial truths about what makes a restaurant actually work.
So what's his core message? The thing he tells every new restaurant owner?
It's pretty blunt, actually. He says, your kitchen is your engine room.
The engine room. I like that.
Right. If it's not designed to match your menu ambition, no amount of dazzling front-of-house design will save you.
That's powerful. So why is that engine room concept so non-negotiable for him?
Because it dictates everything that follows. I mean, what we see time and time again is this push for prime real estate.
Right, maximizing seats in the front.
Exactly. Owners push for that front-of-house space, sometimes really aggressively, and it disproportionately shrinks the back of house, the kitchen.
And that immediately creates this huge tension, right?
Massive tension. You've got these elaborate menus, maybe multiple cuisines.
Yeah, Indian, Chinese, Italian, all from one tiny spot.
Precisely. And they're expected to come out of these incredibly constrained layouts, so what happens on the ground?
Chaos, I'm guessing.
It's a recipe for workflow breakdowns. Operational chaos is the word. Picture it. Chefs are shoulder to shoulder.
Literally bumping into each other.
Yeah. Trying to plate delicate dishes maybe on a prep counter because there's just nowhere else. Crockery, pans, stacked precariously high, just waiting to fall.
And the dish pit.
Oh, the dishwashing area. Often the size of a small home sink.
Yeah.
Completely overflowing halfway through service. It's not just inefficient, it's actual mayhem.
Wow, it sounds like trying to, run a Formula One race on a go-kart track.
That's a good analogy. So when we talk functional space, there are industry guidelines, aren't there? Things that get overlooked.
Yeah, absolutely. Best practice suggests the kitchen should ideally be around 30–40% of the total restaurant area.
Yeah, I need 40%.
For a full service place, yeah. And that number isn't just arbitrary, it's the breathing room they need.
Breathing room to avoid collisions. Keep food flowing smoothly.
Exactly. And when that gets compromised, you're not just losing square footage, you're losing efficiency, you're losing morale.
And with those big menus, they come with a whole shopping list of needs, don't they?
They really do. You need significant storage, first off, all those different ingredients.
Right. Ample fridge space, freezer space.
Dedicated mess-in-place areas, that's the whole everything prepped and in its place system.
Crucial for speed and consistency.
Proper plating tables, not just a spare corner. And temperature-controlled holding areas, all critical for quality.
And when those things are missing, what are the direct consequences?
Oh, they're immediate and pretty severe. You get bottlenecks forming in the kitchen flow.
So orders start backing up.
Delays pile up, yeah. Food quality gets inconsistent, one dish hot, one cold. That hits your online reviews instantly.
Of course.
And then maybe the biggest hidden cost, alarmingly high kitchen staff turnover.
It's a cascade, isn't it? A really vicious cycle once it starts.
And it goes deeper than just the physical setup, right? You mentioned something often overlooked, staff welfare.
Yeah, you're spot on to bring that up. It's things like proper uniforms that fit, comfortable workspaces, maybe even just a decent break area.
Simple things, but important.
Crucial things. But they often get overshadowed because all the focus, all the budget, goes on the front of house aesthetics. The bits the guests see.
And that neglect directly impacts morale and performance back in that engine room.
Absolutely. It's a classic blind spot. Which brings us to the stakeholders, architects, investors. Bless them.
They're focused elsewhere.
Often, yeah. They're driven by maximizing the dining capacity, the look, the feel of the front. They frequently overlook the critical functional needs of the back of house.
Even when you have consultants like Chef Chanda flagging it, saying, hey, we need more space here.
Exactly. Consultants advocate for adequate space, for efficient layouts, but sometimes their recommendations get overridden.
It's like a silent battle for square footage.
It really is. A battle for a few extra feet that could literally make or break the whole business.
And the consequences when they lose that battle,
Yeah.
they're stark, aren't they? Let's talk failure rates.
They are grim. This isn't just an inconvenience. For many restaurants, it's a death sentence. In India, the numbers are, well, shocking.
Not bad.
Around 80–85% of restaurants close within their first year.
85% within year one.
Yeah. And over half don't make it past year 3. Some estimates put that first-year closure rate closer to 60%.
That's brutal. And globally, is it similar?
The numbers vary, but globally, it's still tough.
Yeah.
Roughly 17% close within the first year, and you see figures like up to 80% failing within 5 years.
Wow. Just staggering numbers.
They really are. And a major contributing factor is undeniably poor operational planning.
Which includes these undersized kitchens trying to punch way above their weight with huge menus.
Exactly. It's not a small mistake. It's a foundational flaw in the business model.
Okay, to really understand the impact, let's look at some real-world examples. Chef Chanda shared one, right? A high-profile place in an Indian city.
You did. A vivid one. Brand new multi-cuisine restaurant. Looked great from the front.
How big?
It was a 120 cover operation, so designed to seat 120 guests.
Okay, decent size.
But the kitchen, less than 250 square feet. Tiny.
250 square feet for 120 covers, serving multiple cuisines.
4 different cuisines.
Yeah.
Tandoor, woke station, grill, continental, all crammed in there.
What happened? Did it even work initially?
The problem started almost immediately. Prep work for different cuisines. It ended up being stored in corridors.
Oh, no. Health hazard right
Just
there.
And fire risks, too. There was no proper plating counter, so finished dishes would just sit under heat lamps.
Getting cold and drying out while waiting.
Exactly. The dishwashing station was perpetually overwhelmed. Staff were apparently reusing plates that weren't fully clean sometimes. Just chaos.
Nightmare fuel for a chef.
Totally. Key chefs started quitting, couldn't handle the constant stress and chaos. Service times doubled, tripled sometimes. Negative reviews just piled up online. You can guess the rest.
They closed down.
They did eventually cut the menu significantly, trying to salvage it, but the damage was done. The brand closed within 18 months.
Wow. A failure that seems so preventable in hindsight?
Completely. He estimated just maybe 80 more square feet in that kitchen, plus a tighter, more focused menu from day one. It could have survived.
And this isn't just an India-specific issue, you're saying?
Not at all. Think about Babu in New York. Famous place, right?
Sure.
Their original kitchen was something like 25 by 10 feet. So small they couldn't even manage to run a lunch service out of it initially.
Seriously? Babo?
Yep. Or look at Schwa in Chicago. Known for its tiny kitchen, but it survived.
What?
Because the menu was intensely focused right from the start. They knew their limits.
So it shows even incredibly talented chefs are fundamentally constrained by their physical space.
Absolutely. But there's a flip side, too.
Okay.
Think about Maximo Bistrat in Mexico City. They became legendary for creativity, consistency.
Right.
That leap in quality, it wasn't just the chef suddenly getting better overnight. It happened after they moved to a larger space.
So the space unlocked the potential.
Precisely. The new kitchen finally had proper cold rooms, decent grills, ovens, crucially good extraction. The kitchen could finally keep up with the chef's vision.
That makes so much sense. The engine room could finally handle the horsepower.
Exactly. It allowed the vision to scale, to be executed consistently.
We sort of saw a different angle on this during the pandemic too, didn't we? With cloud kitchens.
We did. That crisis really accelerated the shift to cloud kitchens for some operators.
As a survival tactic.
Yeah, because it let them bypass the constraints of traditional dine-in BOH space entirely.
While the traditional places with those squeezed kitchens,
They continued to struggle. Many were forced to cut menus drastically. Sometimes quality suffered just to keep the doors open. It really highlighted how critical that physical space is.
So listening to all this, what's the path forward? What's the key takeaway here?
It really hammers home the core recommendation. You must align your menu size and your culinary focus with what your kitchen can actually handle.
Physically handle, and also what your staff can expertly execute within that space.
Yes, that's the only path to genuine quality and operational efficiency. Simple as that.
So putting it simply, streamlined menus mean more consistent food.
Yes, and better, more focused staff training. faster service times.
Which all adds up to happier guests and better reviews.
Exactly. It directly impacts guest satisfaction. So for restaurants already operating, Chef Chanda's advice is pretty direct.
What does he say?
Reassess your kitchen. Be honest about its limits. Shorten the menu to what you can execute flawlessly in that space.
And specialize, right? Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Specialize, don't scatter. That's the mantra.
Okay, so for sustainable success, what's the big picture advice?
Early collaboration. It's absolutely critical. Investors, architects, consultants, and chefs need to be talking from day one.
Right, from the initial design phase.
Yes. To balance that guest experience everyone wants with the essential kitchen functionality the business needs to survive.
And it's vital to understand, isn't it, that when things go wrong, you can't just blame the kitchen team.
Absolutely not. If the spatial limitations make excellence impossible, the responsibility doesn't lie solely with them. You can't expect magic from a broom closet.
Then blame the magician when it doesn't appear.
Precisely. So the message to you listening, especially if you're dreaming up a new venture.
Get the chef or an experienced consultant involved from the absolute beginning.
Yes, right from the design stage. And be prepared to fight for that kitchen space.
Fight for the engine room.
Because that's where your brand's credibility is actually built. That's where the consistent quality that brings customers back is forged.
That's such a crucial point. It really reframes how you think about a restaurant. The magic on the plate, it isn't just conjured from thin air.
Not at all. It's built on foundations of space, meticulous planning, and, frankly, respect for the craft itself.
So, to wrap this up, what's the final thought we should leave people with?
I think it comes back to that core idea. Chef Chanda's warning, almost.
The engine room.
Well, the consequence. It's simple and memorable. If the kitchen can't breathe, the menu will choke.
Wow. That paints a picture. If the kitchen can't breathe, the menu will choke.
It really encapsulates the whole issue, doesn't it? So whether you're starting out or you're an established player, maybe it's time to reevaluate.
How do you view and how do you invest in that critical engine room?
Because the potential to succeed, or even turn things around if you're struggling, it exists.
But only if the back of house gets the same respect, the same attention, the same investment as the front.
Exactly. Food for thought, perhaps, the next time you walk into a restaurant and admire the decor. Think about what's happening behind those kitchen doors.